So if you click the tab that's titled Orientation, that's just a little 3-question survey just to see how you guys are feeling about, number one, group counseling, and wanted to get an idea of kind of when everybody took Residency 1 and see what kind of concerns that you've got. Make sure that I address them as we go through today. So what the survey says, can y'all see the results, by the way?
Just of our own.
Just your own, okay. I know, okay. So, all right, so the survey, when we completed Residency 1, looks like so far we have the most number of people, Summer 1, this past summer. We had a couple take it during Summer 2. We had a couple take it last spring. We had somebody take it last fall. More than likely, whoever that is, who took it last fall? Who was that said you took it last fall?
I said that, but I'm not entirely sure if that's true.
Who's that talking to me? Chloe?
I'm Chloe, yes.
Oh, you can't remember for sure?
Right.
That's okay. If you took it last spring or if you took it last fall, you might be really getting close to practicum, right? Y'all are thinking about, gosh, I need to do my application for practicum. So if you took it this summer, then you're probably a semester or 2 away from practicum. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm clicking the agenda tab because that's where our agenda is. And you can look at it too if you want to. And so if we take a look at the second page, it says welcome, right? Sure. Hey, welcome everybody. Woo, woo. We're all going to say, let me tell you, I guess, how many of you have never had me before? I think y'all can do that raise hand thing up there. Okay. A lot of you haven't, probably. Okay. How many of you have had me before?
I want to say one class.
One class?
Early on.
Early on, okay. Okay. Hopefully it was a good one.
It was great. I enjoyed it.
Good. Good. So probably most of you haven't. That's okay. I haven't been teaching this summer. You know, I didn't teach any of the courses that you would take like early in your program. I taught more like internship stuff that happens later. See my name. Okay, awesome. Okay, gotcha, Adriana. Morgan's still having issues even in Chrome. Okay. So let her know that I'm recording this, and if she cannot get in it, I am going to make it available. But the people who are unable to attend, oh good, Ayana, woohoo, I'm glad to hear it. The people who are unable to attend, I'm going to convert the recording to like a video quiz. And then they'll complete the video quiz, and they'll have to complete it with a score of 80 or higher, and that's to make sure that they get all the information that they need in order to prepare for Skills Labs week.
She said she was able to join on her phone.
Okay.
So I think she's on that.
Okay. Awesome. So, let's see. So, I'm Dr. McFarland. I'm happy to have y'all. Probably you're going to have me for other classes down the line. Typically, I teach classes like, of course, I teach Residency 2. I teach internship most semesters. I teach addictions counseling pretty much every semester. I teach multicultural, which is going to be offered in the near future. So some of you may have me within the next, 2 or 3 5-week period course terms. And my favorite kind of counseling, true story, is group counseling. It is so much fun. When I was looking at your survey responses and at the third question, which says, to what extent does group counseling excite you? I was really happy to see that quite a few of you are like, oh, totally, yes. I see there's somebody who's like, not at all, which is okay. And then we've got some who are like, so. And but that's okay. Hopefully after we finish Residency 2, those of you who aren't quite feeling it, maybe you'll be feeling it a little bit more, or at least feel like you have a better grasp of it. And then so things, questions or concerns that some of you have. We've got, one of you said, how is this going to work virtually? How's group going to work virtually? Well, we're going to do it. We're going to find out, aren't we? And somebody said, I'm looking to see the takeaways of this residency being online. Good, I am too. And how we're going to showcase group counseling online. Okay, yes. And will this be our group members for our sessions during Skills Labs Week? I'm so happy that I'm going to be addressing all of those things. Okay, so let's go back to that agenda. So there's the welcome. In counseling, I love group counseling. It is so much fun. But there are specific skills. There are skills that are specific to group counseling, skills that you don't use when you are counseling an individual or even a couple, or working with kids, right? Because you have multiple people, you've got lots of things happening. So we're going to be talking about group specific skills. And what I wanted to start with is just taking a look at the course schedule with you guys, and let me go ahead and share that with you. Where's that share screen button? Where is that share screen button? There it is. All right, so here we go. Here's our class, and obviously you guys are without fear because you started here, and I know that because you're here in our webinar, right? So you've already probably taken a look through the getting started section, so I'm not going to go over all of that stuff. Y'all know what's in there, and just make sure that you review everything in the getting started section. But I do want to take a look at the course schedule with you. I've provided you with a calendar view, which I'll try to make it a little bit smaller. With a calendar view, this is an image. When you go to the course schedule page, there's an image, but you can also download it right here with this link right above the image of the calendar. Of course, we know that our mandatory webinar was scheduled for last Thursday, but it is due. But it's happening right now. Today's Sunday. Again, I apologize for that. Now, other things that are important to know are that before you can do your very first assignment, you've got to purchase your subscription to Go React. I'm going to talk about Go React in just a minute. And really, the deadline is set for Friday because Thriller Villains, which is your first assignment, you'll utilize Go React for that assignment, and it's due Sunday. So the deadline for getting your subscription y'all, it's not a prescription, subscription was Friday, so that you could get that done by today. And hopefully some of y'all have already done it. I can't wait to go in there and watch the videos. And again, we'll talk about Go React in depth in just a minute. But notice it says this week, week 2, starting tomorrow. All of this week, really, you're just preparing for Skills Labs, and there are some specific things that I'm going to need you to do this week. They're not listed here. I'm going to review them in a minute, to prepare for our time together. And then, come next Sunday, you've got a couple of assignments due. Now, I will tell you that Imposter Monsters is, it's like there's a 30-minute movie you got to watch. It's not a long movie. And then there's some reflective questions. And so I do encourage you, when you watch the movie, I encourage you to get your popcorn, get whoever you live with, sit down. It's kind of funny. It's kind of a fun movie, but it also has some very very important concepts that it addresses, right? That your reflective assignment covers, and we'll look at it more in just a minute. And then you've got group skills crossword puzzle. It's not a hard assignment. That particular assignment is just geared for you guys to start really becoming familiar with the group skills. Now, week 3, we'll have our skills labs. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll log on together at 10 o'clock, and we'll go to 11:30. Then we'll all take a lunch, and we'll come back at 1 o'clock, and we'll go to 4. And in the afternoons, that's when you guys are going to be leading groups, and I'll get into that in just a little bit. And then the last day, we're just going to meet at 11 a.m. to noon, and that's just a touch base about, okay, now that we're done with Skills Lab, what kind of housekeeping do we need to do to make sure that everybody is on the right page as far as what needs to happen to finish the course out, right? Then you'll have a couple of short assignments that you'll have to do by that Sunday, and then week 4, the only thing you have to do is your performance self-evaluation. There are 2 parts to it. And then week 5 is a 3-day week, but we're actually going to be done by the end of week 4. So you got like 3 days or so at the end. Hopefully you can maybe focus on another class that you're taking and finishing an end of course project for that, or taking an exam or something. Okay, so there's the course schedule. So now I'm going to show you very quickly Go React. So is there anybody here who's not yet gotten your subscription? Anybody? Has everybody done it and went through that process? Okay, no snafus that you ran into? I'm taking this as a good sign.
Charlene?
Uh-huh.
Hi, this is Katerina. I just wanted to find out where is that agenda? You said
The agenda is, if you look above the videos.
I'm sorry, I mean the course schedule for the residency.
For the you mean that calendar?
Oh, I just got it. Somebody just put it in the chat. I got it.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm so sorry to
That's
interrupt
okay.
you.
That's okay. That's okay. So everybody who's here right now has gotten your Go React subscription. It's $32, and the process went okay. Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna log in. You have, when you get into the course, Thriller Villains is this one right here. This is the one that we need to get done by today. So if you click on it, then yay, look at y'all. It's awesome. I love to see y'all's faces. And so what you're going to do when you're ready to, basically this is a discussion board. We're using it like we use a discussion forum in Blackboard, but we're using Go React, and we're doing video messages to each other instead of typing things out, right? That's what we're using it for this particular assignment. And so to start the activity, you just go start the activity and continue. And then it's got the instructions, the recording instructions come up. So using Go React, you'll record a video between 2 and 3 minutes to introduce yourself and just respond to these 3 prompts. And then after you submit your intro video, watch some of your peers' videos and leave responses for at least 2 of them. So you would go continue, and then you would say continue to recorder, and you would record your video. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing right now, but is there anybody who's run into any snafus? I think that I saw a while ago a message in Blackboard from one of you who was struggling to leave like messages for others. Is that still the case? Is that still the case? Did y'all figure it out? Y'all are killing me with your quiet. Y'all are killing me softly with your quiet.
I think you'll be surprised. A lot of us, I believe, are done.
Good, good, good. What'd you think about it, William?
I enjoyed it. It made it fun.
Good, good. Anybody else have?
It was something different. I
So-
kind of liked it.
Good. Was it easy enough for you, Amber?
Yes.
Good, good, good. Okay. Go React was designed specifically for online courses that are skills based, just like Residency 2. Now, during COVID, right? March of 2020 was the last semester for 2 years. it was the last semester that we did residency courses in person. And y'all remember when COVID happened, everything went online, including the residency courses. So we all taught residency virtually for 2 years, completely virtually. And then eventually, I believe in 22, moved back to doing it on campus face-to-face again. So the good news for you guys is that I've used Go React quite a bit, used it for Residency 1. I was teaching Residency 1 back then. I used it and it really was awesome, and students gave great feedback about the feedback they were able to give and to receive right through the use of Go React. So I do want to help put you at ease about that. It will be new for you, and I will confess that it's been a Texas minute since I've used it, so I'm having to kind of it's kind of like what they call that, you got to get your feet back, whatever they call that. I'm having to relearn, but it's just like riding a bicycle. So I hope that you guys find that it's effective for facilitating our group sessions during Skills Lab Week, which we'll talk more about in just a little bit. So Go React is going to be the main way that we're going to do that. Something else I want to let you know is that I'm going to share one more thing with you. I've created a digital binder for you with some very special things in it. And so I'm going to share it with you now. I've created this digital binder for you. And in the Blackboard course, at the very, very top of the main page, like right above the Start Here section with the jack-o'-lanterns, I have added a link to the digital binder so that you can, click it and go into it whenever you need to. The digital binder, it has additional tools, right? Things to help you prepare for Skills Lab Week, and then to organize our time during Skills Labs Week. So when you click the digital binder and you're looking at it, the table of contents, there are 4 there are 5 like main topics. There's preparing for Skills Labs, there's group members, there's the leader schedule, there's counseling skills, and then there's facilitating the session. So first, let's take a look at the preparing for Skills Lab. It says it's been blocked by Chrome. The page has been blocked by Chrome. Okay, that's okay. I'm using Chrome. If you were blocked also from accessing that because you're using Chrome, then maybe when you look at the digital binder, you can use a different browser. But I'm just going to share what I'm looking at so that you can see it. So this is our binder. When you click it, this is what the binder looks like. Preparing for Skills Labs. These are the things that you'll need to do between now and the very first time that we meet for Skills Labs on Monday of week 3. You'll need to purchase a Go React subscription. You'll need to complete in the week 1 folder the attendance verification and Thriller Villains, which actually is in Go React, but the instructions also are in Blackboard. And then within the digital binder, I need for you to review 3 things. I need for you to review in the counseling skills section over here on the left, counseling skills, the yellow tab. I need you to review, excuse me, give it just, right here, there's a list. This one has 3 items in it. So under the yellow where it says counseling skills, I'll make it bigger. First, I need you to review this video, Basic Skills. Now, I will tell you, I created this video. It is a review of basic counseling skills working with individuals. I want you to review it. And I made it in 2020 when we went to COVID, right? And we were doing residency online. I made it for students back then. So you'll hear me talk about some things that are not pertinent for y'all. But the things that are pertinent are the skills that I review. I need you to watch the video. because I know that you all had different Residency 1 instructors, and so you had some different training from your different instructors, and some covered some things and some covered other things. I want to make sure everybody in our group is on the same page as far as what I expect and the skills that I want to see from you. So review the video, and it says, I've played it before apparently. Play from beginning. I don't know, it's a little bit over an hour. And yeah,
Hey
isn't
everybody,
that
Dr. McFarland here. And
that was a
this
good
is
tired
the
day.
instructional
How do I
video
make it
for
stop? How do I make that girl be quiet? Okay, so review that. That was a good tired day during COVID. Then I want you to review the group skills. These skills, this is just a PDF. That's what this one is, the group skills. And the group skills are grouped, according to like their function, right? So here we've got, these are skills that we use when opening the group session, directing or suggesting, and there's a description of the skill, and then there's an example of what that skill might look like a quote. You have an opening statement or a psychoeducation piece, and then there's the description. On the next page, we have drawing out. In the drawing out phase of our session, we conduct rounds with our group members. We link members with each other by finding commonalities among them in their experiences, their feelings. We of course reflect, we model for them, and we do use some self-disclosure. We tend to use self-disclosure a little bit more in group counseling than we do when we're working with an individual. And that is because when we model for group members, or we share a snippet about ourselves, it encourages group members to share about themselves also. It can kind of help to ease the tension. We always do it. Remember, don't ever self-disclose though in any situation unless it's for the benefit of the client or clients and not just because we want to share. The next page, you got your primary task that you want to accomplish during the group session. So you might do an exercise or an activity. It might be psychoeducation that you provide. And during this time, you're going to want to give members feedback, and you might have to do some confrontation with some different clients, just depending on, how genuine or authentic they're being or what their participation is like. These, on the next page, these are more tasks that you would use during that primary task phase, and then you would close the group by summarizing. Let's summarize the session. These are the things we talked about, or these are the big takeaways. And you might, end with a closing round. I'm not going to go over them all right now. And the last thing that you might do, though, is you might articulate a dilemma and ask the group for input. Commonly, what this would look like at the very end of a session would be, this is what we did today, right? We summarized. Tomorrow, when you come back for group, I'm wondering what you guys would like to focus on. And then they can tell you, like, we want to talk about boundaries more, or we want to talk about whatever, or let's change to something else, right? And that tells you so that you can then go and prepare and know what would be most helpful for them. So that's how that might look. So I just want you to review these skills. When you do the crossword puzzle assignment, these are the skills that, that you have with the crossword. It'll give a description at the bottom, and then you have to, choose the right skill to type in the blank. It's just a crossword puzzle. So, finally, the group stages. Some of y'all have already taken group counseling. Some of y'all might not have taken it yet. I hope that all of you have. But if you have not, then these stages of group, it might be new for you. Definitely make sure that you watch it. And those of you who've already taken group counseling, it's short. It's Dr. Grande. Y'all might be familiar with Dr. Grande. He puts out some good videos. But this one is short. Let's see, how long is it? It's a little bit more than 15 minutes. And he reviews the different stages of group counseling and what the characteristics are and how we know what stage we're in, yada, yada, yada. Because, anyway. So, now let me come back to y'all. So, I need for y'all to review those 3 things under the yellow Counseling Skills tab. And now, let me go back to Table of Contents. Now that you know what I need you to do to prepare for Skills Lab, which is everything in the yellow tab here in the digital binder, review it. Then,
And where is the digital binder located?
it is located in Blackboard. I have put it at it's the very top item on the main page when you log in now. So you should be able to see the link if you go into the Blackboard course. Y'all are going to find I'm not good at multitasking. So I got to catch up real quick on what's happening in the chat box. Are there? Okay. Good. I'm glad you like the schedule, Amber. Good. Okay. Just seeing some of the things more. Okay. Letting you know. Okay. It looks like group skills is also hidden on Chrome. Okay. Yeah. It looks like Chrome might not want to work too well with our digital binder or some of our files that are in the digital binder. But that's the link to it right there. You might try using a different browser whenever you click it. So, now, aside from that, I've already put you all into groups. I've just randomly assigned you to groups. And yes, I'm a little cheesy, I confess. And I'm proud of my cheesiness. I named you. We have the Ghouls group, the Goblins group, and the Jack-o'-lanterns group. And I say, why do we have to stop having fun just because we get old? We don't. So we have the ghouls, and we have the goblins, and we have the jack-o'-lanterns. So these are the people, whatever group you're in, these are the people during Skills Labs week that you are going to be practicing your skills with. All of y'all are going to be meeting every day starting Tuesday. Y'all probably meet Monday for a little bit, but I'll tell y'all more about that schedule in just a minute. So, these are going to be your peeps, okay? And each person in the group is going to lead one group session during Skills Labs week that is an hour in length. And I'm going to give you more info about that in just a second. So, now that you know who your group members are, if you go down to Leader Schedule, I've also already created the schedule for you so that you can know, when am I going to lead group? When is it my turn? Y'all are going to lead groups Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of Skills Labs week. Now, Monday, I'm going to go over a bunch of stuff with you. I'm going to really get you good and set up, right? And then I'm going to demonstrate a group session so that you have an idea, feel confident moving forward of what to do, of what it might look like. What does it look like, especially when it's virtual, right? So, when we meet together on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10 a.m., from 10 to 11:30, we're going to be talking, doing housekeeping stuff. We're going to be talking, processing what we did the day before, talking about what's coming up. It's just going to be whole group time. But in the afternoon between 1 and 4, that's when y'all are going to do 2 group sessions each day. So 1:15 to 2:15 on Tuesday, we have Kiosha, Karina, and Ayana. And Tuesday, 2:45 to 3:45, we have Jasmine, Amber, and Chloe, who are going to be leading the session with their peeps, with their group members. And I'll show you how that works in just a minute. Now, notice that you have 1 hour to do your group session, but then when your session ends, you and your group members need to take 15 minutes to discuss. Like, let's talk about the group and what just happened. Let's talk about what we noticed. Yada yada. You're going to process for about 15 minutes together. Then you're going to take a 15-minute break. Everybody go to the restroom, get a drink, come back, and at 2:45, your second group member will start the next group session for an hour, followed by 15 minutes of group discussion, and then we'll be done. When we come on Wednesday, we'll have William, Asha, and Morgan lead at 1:15. 2:45, Adriana, Katerina, and Desiree.